Namaste Om. A continuation of the Big Bang Theory. I want you to take a moment and imagine this. No pictures. Everything is held within this dark space. But within this dark space from the outside, looking at the outside is dark, and the inside within is just absolute bliss, paradise. Universes, planets, everything, stars, all encapsulated in beautiful light. An aura of light within. Everything is one complete soul with zillions of souls making it up. Beautiful, encapsulating peace, wonderful aura of love and light. Everything is absolutely, beautifully perfect, clean, special, majestic, undiscovered love. Let's say this is reality. Everything within this reality has no form. It fluctuates from form to formlessness. A big dance, Ghosts, if you want to say, spectres. Beautiful dancing, loving, interacting, intertwining, loving dance of absolute reality, absolute paradise, absolute love. Science and religion have to agree at some point. And this will be revealed at the end of this video. So this sounds very spiritual, very religious, very loving, very nothing to do. No inquiries to make. No discoveries. No research. No trying to find, establish. So it's very spiritual and religious. There's nothing to do. Science is extinct. They are part of it. Everything is part of this beautiful reality. On the outside, darkness. A big bubble of consciousness and love and light. No darkness, no night, no sleep. Everything the same dance. And suddenly, from either the inside or the outside, a hole is made accidentally. Puncture this. And this ray of light. This ray of light projects outwards. And this ray of light, to the place it projects, is a mirror. Or it has some sort of makeup to portray what is happening in this bubble, in this ray of light. Like an animated film. So the ray, this whole bubble of wonderful, beautiful, bliss, light, is the negative, or the film that passes through the projector, that comes out and projects. And what we call this the Big Bang, the point where Mr. Hawkins beautifully, Mr. Hawkins left us, left this one at the same point where this revelation was revealed as Mr. Hawkins spoke about this point. This point is the beginning, you see. It's the beginning only of the reflection of what is contained within. Now, this could be an intentional thing, to see outside of this ray of light, to find out what I am as this ray of light, and only to be able to see it as a reflective thing. Or this could be an accident where it was not meant to happen. Both of these really as theories are irrelevant. In this ray of light you see planets, stars, a galaxy. But the ray of light is not really real. It is the reflection of what is going on inside. You see it? So this Big Bang, where this light escapes, is only a reflection of what is taking place inside. But the source of the light, as it loses power, creates forms. Within the light, it's only light. It's all godly soul, godly spirit, godly consciousness. And this puncture, the further out it goes, the more forms become solid. Because the light is slowing down and it is creating time and form. Now that's the scientific way. So all of this universe, speculation, theory, is really not existing as we are here within this light. But the soul that escaped, or the souls that escaped, are not really here. You see? The humans seem to be, everything seems to be here, but there's nothing here. Everything is happening within. So whether it's an intentional thing to see what we look like as slowed down in form and sending souls outwards to create this reality, or whether it is just everything is going on within, and this is just a reflection of what is going on within, it matters not. Everything is taking place within. So we have this ability to fluctuate between in and out. But the souls that appear to be in this projected light universe have developed some sort of thought that they're out there and not in here. Are you following this? So there is a thought that this puncture and this light escaping, my God, I see myself out there. So the thought creates form and belief. God sends human forms down to pull souls back up. So again, spirituality comes in. Understanding from the spiritual mind that the soul that we appear to think we are within has been superseded by this identity of this body, and this body wants to keep us here in this light. Evolution. Now, whether God is simply witnessing this and having fun and saying, I know you're all here, but it looks like you're all down there also, or whether this God is concerned that these souls within are suffering because they think they are out. So God has made bodies to travel, or given the original souls, and it's still happening within, to try and find each other and give bodies to pull themselves back into realizing that they're not out there, they're in here. This is a reflection of self-inquiry. Now, whether this theory is even close It's the same inquiry. The soul is trying to remind this human form that they are not really here to enjoy a world and evolve in a world, that they are here to help the soul realize and return to its place where it originally came from and is never met. So this light is simply an idea that everything is taking place down there, but we're looking from inside. And what is happening down there is the same thing that is happening up here, in here, but not in form. I don't know if this makes any sense. I don't know if it's worth anything. But to science and religion, whether you look at it in a religious way or a scientific way, this Big Bang point theory is simply minuscule to what happens where this light comes from. And that's the final point. Where is the light coming from? Is it coming from darkness? Is it a reflection like the hourglass, where the point, the puncture, is actually the thing that only exists? And this invisible space can create many punctures within this consciousness blackness, within or out with light or within light. Everything is contradictory. These are assumptions. These are experiences, but at the same time trying to uncover something more than what was revealed. This body and mind was taken over by this soul to say, you're not important. You're a vessel to help myself, the soul, realize that I'm not in this universe. This universe, I am in this universe, but I am a reflection in this universe. And whatever is happening is taking place in paradise, which has never not been here and never not been the same and has always infinitely existed. But the soul that I was has forgotten. So this soul destroyed this body, the idea of this mind, the idea that this was the only thing that existed, this earth, and that this body was here to simply experience and enjoy and die, and say, no, you are a body, you are a vessel to allow the soul to see and go into the light, to the point of beginning. See, the point of beginning. Everything this body experienced and mind experienced suggests this voice, and everything suggests that the point is existence. Within the light, within the darkness of this whole idea of light is also feasible. Because scale and dimension and all mind information and understanding about measurement and time is exempt. This whole thing could be reflected as this pinpoint, and this pinpoint could be reflected by this whole thing with a puncture. How many punctures are there? Reflections from this point. This whole thing is a mirror with reflections, punctures everywhere. And we exist in none of the everywhere. We're only existing as the mirror. These are all ideas. But the one inside that experiences and returns to the home, hum, to the place of birth, to the beginning, to this unmistakable light, unmistakable voice, unmistakable essence of home. Purpose of Christ to come down through the light, but not even through the light, sending something within this space to be projected through the light to say, come back into the light. But don't come back because you're still here. Forget the idea that you're out there. It's just an idea that you are out there. You have never ever been outside of here. That's just an idea. Any point that leaves truth is simply a reflection of truth, an idea experienced when you realize or when you believe that you are outside of truth. Namaste.